Hello, everyone. Welcome to 7 Things Successful Business Owners Do That Others Don't Do. And my guest expert tonight that I'm so excited to introduce to you is none other than the NursePRAYneur, Miss Tamara Neely. So I'm going to give you a moment to get settled. If you're watching the replay, please go ahead and type replay in the comments. But I need to get Tamara on with me. So let me give her a chance to come on first, okay? Let me give her a chance to come on. Bear with me if you're watching in the replay. And we will get started. This is going to be really, really good stuff that someone needs to hear. So I'm just going to give her a chance to come on in the room. Okay, I see you, Tamara. Okay, I see you. And it's not saying bring on camera. I'm not sure if you're on your phone or your laptop, but it's not allowing me to bring you on. It's not asking me to. So Tamara, try to come off and come back, and let's see. It's going to take a little bit of time, ladies. So thank you for your patience, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I see the option for a few people to come in as a guest. All right, Tamara, I see you, but I don't see the option to add you as a guest. Some reason, your viewers. Okay. All right. Okay, here it is. Okay, bring Tamara on camera. All right. Everybody make sure you tag somebody else.
Hey, how are you?
Okay.
Yes, I was on my laptop, so you have to do it from your, I guess your iPhone, iPad, or whatever.
Okay.
Yes, so I'm excited. I'm here.
Great. If you have, I hear echo of my voice. So maybe have the background still on.
Let me see that it's closed out.
Or muted.
Yes, muted, and I just closed it out too.
Okay, testing. Still hearing it. Everybody hearing us okay? All right. I see Christmas. I see Tyra. Let me McCoy. Hello. Let me go ahead. Add Tasha. Is everyone else hearing us okay? I'm gonna make sure they're not echo.
I guess, can you guys hear me okay? Is there echo on my end?
Okay. Yeah, let us know. I'll wait for them.
Okay, hello. I see some ladies.
It is an echo.
It's
an echo. Danielle says yes. So it's just your phone right now?
Yeah, I have my computer. Facebook is closed out. So the only place that
people saying no. And Christmas saying
it's the echo on you. I can hear the echo on you, but I don't hear it on my end.
Come out and try it one more time.
Yes, so while she's doing that, hey Danielle, hey Tasha, Tyra.
Well, you know what? I'm just gonna be quiet. And I'm gonna take it away.
Okay, Donna. Hey, Donna. Hey everyone, this is Tamara. I'm the NursePRAYneur, and just wanted to go over some things with you. I'm going to be doing a quick, I guess Chanelle, maybe you can write some stuff down so I can read stuff as I'm reading, as I'm talking or whatever. So what I wanted to talk about today was uh, okay. So the first one we're going to go over number one. If I can have someone to write out what I'm saying. The first one is number one is successful business owners. They read about their trade or their skills in books, or they may attend podcasts. But other people watch TV in their own time. And so, when was the last time that you read a book? And what was the last book that you read? So one of the number one thing that successful business owners do is that they read about their trade or their skill. So they're always trying to learn something new. Okay. Number two is successful people often get paid for their results or to find a solution to a problem. While other people that have a business, they may just be getting paid for their time. So basically, they're trading their time for dollars. Successful business owners, we come up with solutions, like I come up with solutions for the government to solve their problems. So they have a problem with homelessness for their veterans. So I've come up with a very successful business model to solve that problem. So I get paid for results and performance and not based off of working 8 hours a day. So can somebody put down number two? Is successful people get paid for their results or with their performance of what the problem they are solving for their customers. Okay. Hi, Tyra. Hi, Angie. Glad you guys have joined in. Number three is successful people take responsibility for their actions. Other business owners, they blame the economy, they blame their upbringing, they blame maybe their partners for their mistakes, and they never take responsibility. So we know that for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. So successful people take responsibility for their actions. Can someone write that down for me? Number three. Okay, thanks, Chanelle. They take responsibility.
Got it.
Number four, successful people focus on investing. We're always looking to invest in something, whereas others are saving. You can make more by investing than by saving and say the stock market, or well, not saving in the stock market, by saving, you putting your little bit of money in a savings account. So successful people are, investing their money in the stock market or investing it in other businesses. So number four is successful people focus on investing and not saving their money in a savings account. Okay, that's number four. So number five. Number five is successful people are continually learning. They attend workshops. They attend conferences. They have a mentor. They're always looking to try to learn things or to take their business to the next level. So the question is, when is the last time you invested in learning something new in your field? Can someone answer that question? Let me know what you guys have been doing. If you can put it in a comment, let me know. What have you been doing to learn something new in your field of business? So number 5 again is successful people are always continually learning. What do the other people do? They think they know it all. They can tell you how to run a successful business, but yet they don't have one, or they got an opinion about everything, about the government, about being married, about how you make money, but yet they don't have a successful business. So that's number 5. Number 6 is successful people know money is not the root of all evil. Money is a tool, is a conduit. That money is to be used for, most of the time it can be used for good things. Sometimes money is used for bad things. Some people make money and they sell it, sell drugs with their money. But money is basically a tool that we have control of what we do with the money. But a poverty mindset is the root of all evil. So it's not what you do, it's also what you do with the money. So, but others, they think that money is the root of all evil, but it's not. It's that poverty mindset. So can someone put number 6? Successful people know money is not the root of all evil. It's that poverty mindset. Okay, number 6 and number 7. Successful people have an action mindset mentality. And what does that mean? An action mentality mindset means that you work hard to accumulate what you get. There are no quick, rich schemes out there, unless you win the lottery, of course, and statistics say that those people that win the lottery, that most of them lose those millions of dollars within 10 years. It's probably 7 years. They're going to lose that money because what? They don't have that mentality, that successful mindset that you have to have. You have to be taking action and doing work in your business. So those are the 7 steps that it takes to be a successful, rich business owner who will secure their bags, what the other business owners are not doing. So which one are you?
Okay.
Which one are you?
Tamara,
Tell us more about you for those who are new. Tell them about what's coming up Tuesday and in March.
Okay, so we have 2 exciting things. If you can drop the dates down. So I think this Tuesday is that November the 5th
Yes.
at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be going over, the topic will be secure the bag. Secure your bag.
How to work with the government.
Okay.
Contract.
How to work with the government and different models that you can do with working with the government. I am a nurse, also a nurse practitioner. I'm what I call a serial entrepreneur. I've been in business since 2006. I have a successful non-medical home care agency that I started back in 2006. And we just got our license to open up our 2nd location in my hometown of Benson, North Carolina. So just waiting now to get our Medicaid approval, and we'll start taking patients there. Also, I have been working with the VA government for the last 8 years. So with working with the government, I have found a solution to their problem. And so I house up to 20 individuals between 2 residential properties that I have. And I've been doing that for the last 8 years. So basically, we have a transitional housing program model that we have set up. Also, I do HIV case management. So when I started my home care agency back in 2006, I wanted to add something that would make me different than the other, thousands of home care agencies that are located here in North Carolina. So what I did was I added HIV case management because a nurse could do that. And we've been doing that for the last 13 and a half years. And then later on, I found out about some more government funding through HRSA. And with that, we work with the Ryan White program, and we provide HIV case management and also emergency financial assistance for those that have HIV in the Mecklenburg, Charlotte area. Also, I have a successful real estate company. I have been investing in real estate for over 10 years, and I'm actually in the process of closing on my first commercial triplex here in North Carolina. So I'm excited about that. I'll be opening up a group home that serves autistic teenagers. We'll also be adding a clinic to one of the spaces. And then the third location, we will probably add either another group home or we will rent that space out to another business. So I'm excited about that. So basically with my real estate company, which is called St. Luke Properties, LLC, we have our 6 properties there. And by me being able to invest in those properties, I have been able to make a passive income of what the salary of an MP is from the properties and the way the structure that I have my business is set up on. So I'm definitely very excited about that with adding these 3 more properties. So we'll be up to 10 doors in about 2 weeks. So I'm excited about that. And I'm trying to think what else. I've just really been blessed. And so I just recently graduated. I'm a family nurse practitioner of 5 years. And basically, of those 5 years, I've never worked as an MP. I volunteer my services at organizations that align with what with what I like to do. So I volunteered for 5 years, and currently I just took my first job as a psych mental health nurse practitioner. I just got duly certified back in July. So I'm helping out a sorority sister. I'm a member of Delta Sigma Theta sorority, and I'm helping her turn her business around. So what we're going to do is we're going to be one of the first in our areas to integrate mental health and primary care for the integrated model. So I'm kind of working alongside as an employee, but also as a business owner, so that I can come along beside her agency. We're going to be opening up a new clinic right next door to her. So I'm working on that as we speak as well. So, and then also 2018 is when I wrote my first book, which is called the NursePRAYneur. So definitely will drop the link for that. Shout outs to Lakeisha. I met her about in 2017 when she did her first book launch and told her that I was interested in doing my own book. And what it is I tell you how to work with the government and what you need to be to run a successful business. And so I will drop the link for that if you would like to see it. Let me see if I can show it to you. It's called the NursePRAYneur, from care plans to business plans. And so, as nurses, we're always following the doctor's orders with care plans. But this book shows you how to go from care plans to writing your own business plans. So that's my book, The NursePRAYneur. And basically from the NursePRAYneur, I started doing consulting work and helping people and started working with Chanelle. We did our first secure the bags or working with the government contract about, was that 2 years ago, Chanelle, that I met you? We've been knowing each other for 2 years. I invited her into my house. My husband thought I was crazy. Girl, you're too trustworthy. 2 years, and so we came out this year for securing the bags. So, what does that mean, securing the bags? It's meaning getting your money that you make and not getting it from someone else, but you're securing the bag so that you can secure your future and your generation, that generational security. Like the Roosevelt money, the Kennedy money. We're trying to do that in the Black community with nurses. So what I've been charged to do, I've been blessed. And so what I'm doing is helping other people to at least start their businesses so that eventually they'll be able to do like I did. I've walked away from working bedside nursing. Actually was in business for, like I said, 13 and a half years, and I walked away probably, I could have walked away earlier. My husband was always telling me, quit your job. You're making more money in your business than what you're working at the hospital. But I was like, I like it, I like it, but I hated getting up early. I had to get up at 3:45 to be to work at 5 o'clock in the morning. So I was like, once I leave here, and so what happened is they gave me at the time, the hospitals, and they're still doing it to this day, they only give a 3% raise. So when I got my evaluation, they gave me in the middle, they gave me a 1.5% raise. And I'm like, well, I do everything. I'm on time. I do all my work. I don't have any errors. And I said, I made a promise to God. If they give me this same raise again next year or less, I'm leaving. And so that's what happened. The next year, they gave me the same raise, 1.5%. That night, I wrote a letter up and I put in my 30-day resignation. And I wished I would have followed my husband's advice and quit and walked away a long time ago. So a word of wisdom is, those 16 hours, even though they weren't that much, those 16 hours I could have put into working in my own business would have generated me way more money than the money I was getting paid hourly, $30, $35 an hour that I could have got paid working in my own business. So I've been basically, I have my freedom. I have time to spend with my family and my friends. And so I just feel like, owning my own business has brought me it's a blessing. It's my ministry. I get excited when I help other people get their businesses started. Looking at the model of how I started my businesses it's very exciting for me to work with other people. So with social media and seeing other people who really didn't have the experience try to give out advice was one of the reasons why I kind of really started doing my consulting and helping people in group classes. Because like I told my girlfriend that I'm working with now, I told her, you can't afford me. And she laughed. She said, I know I can't, but hopefully you're gonna turn it around so that I can afford to pay you what you wanna make. And so we negotiated, and I'm like, $90, $100 an hour. That's not good, but I that's what I'm charging her, $100 an hour. But I could be making way more if I did it for myself. So basically, also to know your self-worth once you get your business model started up. So what we're doing with Chanelle, and I've also brought along 3 other people. I think when we work together in groups and we show our diverse skills, I have partnered up with 2 other women that I've met through B&E, and I'm thinking that they're on the call or on this group. We have And then we also have Donna Rosby. Is it Donna Rogsby is also in the group as well. And so we're going to be partnering up together. It's going to be a march. It's going to be the secure the bags. You hear that?
Link is
Bags
there
with the
for
S.
for
everybody. Click
everybody.
the
Click the
Yes, click the link below.
because
Chanel
you
has
have
it
you will have
posted.
to
to
apply to.
Yes, it's
and we
going to
don't
be an
want you to miss out.
application process. We're going to make sure that you're ready to do this because, as you also know, that I worked with a individual who wasn't a nurse. I even told her about this that I keep putting all these different grants that you can do or contracts that you can do in our B&E group, and nobody applied for it. And I had this lady out the blue just reach out and consulted with me, and she secured her first government contract with no experience, and she's going to be housing 10 veterans in the Houston area because I know in Houston there are a lot of nurses there. Where a non-nurse got that contract, and she secured a $4 million contract. I think I posted it in the group for 10 years, for 5 years. She'll be making up to a $4 million contract for working for housing 10 veterans in a residential facility, just a regular house that she has got. So she's going to be getting started with that shortly. And so I'm excited. So once I did that, I said, well, a lot of people don't even know how to work with the government. So we did a course in how to be government ready. Like, is your business government ready? Do you have the credentials to even apply? So a lot of people don't even have that. So that's what I'm going to be focusing on. We're going to be doing that in March. It's going to be the March the 20th. Is it the 20th to the 22nd of 2020? Click on that link. It's going to be in Charlotte. We have secured some housing, a hotel that we're going to be doing the conference at. So I'm definitely excited. We have Donna coming. Donna is an expert in stocks. She's been doing it for probably over 20 years, and um, she's helping me learn. Like, I don't want to learn it because she's the expert. You tell me what to do, and I can put my money there to invest it, and I'll get my return that way. So Donna is going to be teaching those who want to learn how to do it, to invest in the stock market and show you how to, what to invest, how to do it, and all of that. And then also we have Tasha. Tasha is I will be seeing Tasha on this week. We're going to a conference this Thursday through Saturday in South Carolina, and so I met Tasha through her group, the Nurses REI, the Real Estate Investment Group Club. And so from there, they're doing phenomenal things. Tasha is in Orlando, Florida. She's so busy, it's hard for me to keep up with it. But she has been, Tasha has got, on the first project, I think they had 10 or 11 nurses that went in and bought a property for each person, only putting in, it was either what, $1,100 or $1,400 a piece. Where can you do that at? She was able to help other women secure their first property, and have residual that's going to be coming in, that they're fixing it. So basically, Tasha is, the nurses are buying the block. So Tasha is going to be going over, wholesaling, how to, make money with other people's money. And so we're going to be, and then uh, we also have on, everybody knows what Chanelle does. She's the Brandon queen of digital products. She can take that idea and show you what to do to package it so that you can make money passively. And so that's what I did. That's what I did when I reached out to Chanelle 2 years ago, because I saw other people doing it, making money, and really didn't have the expertise. And so I've been working with her successfully on doing different projects. And so we're going to be coming together. We're going to have a VIP where we put you, it's only going to be limited. Like I said, you will have to apply for it. And we'll have our VIP night on Friday night, and on Saturday and Sunday we'll be doing our trainings. Each person will be doing their part of the conference. So we'll be bringing out more information. We'll have 5 VIP seats only. And so with those, I'm trying to, really do something really nice, where we may stay somewhere different for that occasion if I can get it to go through. But it's really, really nice. So those 5 people will get to do a mastermind group and get all of their questions that they have answered from, depending on if you want to, get started in stocks, or if you want to do wholesaling, or, with Tasha and our goal that we're trying to do is we're going to find a VA contract that's out there, wherever it is, that she can get a property to, and we're going to put some veterans in there, and she's going to get her multi-million-dollar contract. So we're speaking it into existence, and it's going to be coming in 2020. So we'll have only 5 VIP seats, and it's going to be a small, intimate crowd, because we want you guys to learn and get value from what we do. So it's only going to be no more than 20 to 25 people that can really attend the live class. And we will also have some where you can view it virtually. But it's going to be a small, intimate group here in Charlotte, and we're going to be kicking it off here in North Carolina. Now, we don't know about when it's going to be again, if it's going to be coming out, yearly, or what, but we want you to take advantage of the here and now. So that would be March the 20th through the 22nd, 2020. It will be in Charlotte, and it is by application only, because I don't want to work with someone who doesn't have the right mindset. So if you're not a successful business owner, or if you're just getting started, if you feel like you're ready to invest to get your business to that next level, I will like to say that one of my Tina Marie Payne, I'm not sure if she's on here, but she came to
Thailand.
that's right, she is. Yeah, that's right. She said she came to our first one. She came all the way from Ohio to North Carolina. And and I'm not gonna say I can't take all of the credit, but I do know that I had some credit in her success, and I know that Chanelle had some credit in her success as well. And she invested her time, her energy, and learned something new, and her business has tremendously um, doubled and sometimes quadrupled from what she's stated in her comments. So, and then we also had at the second year, we had our VIP person that came, and uh, name oh gosh, Wendy Lamone came
Look,
from
actually pronounce it.
Wendy. She came from New Jersey, and Wendy invested her time in and now she has an IV business where she does infusions, and she just recently got accredited, and her business is just blooming, and she's thinking about adding other things to her business. expanded, and also thinking about looking at real estate as well. So I know once you get around other successful people that are doing more than what you're doing currently, or places that where you want to be, then that is infectious. It makes you want to do more. Like going, for me, I just went and saw Auntie Oprah, where she motivated me. So I just bought floor seats to go see Oprah when she comes to Charlotte in in January the 18th. And I really want to get those VIP seats, but I don't know if my sister wants to pay that money. But to get a picture with Oprah, I don't know. I may have to leave my sister and let her get somebody else. I may have to do VIP so I can get a picture with Oprah. So basically, just going after your goals. Life is short. And so if you want to, open up your business, you got to surround yourself with people who are doing what you want to do. So they always say, like, if you're the smartest one in your group, then you need to level up. You need to find some other people that you can get where you can say, okay, maybe I'm not the smartest, but you're somewhere in the middle, but you don't want to be the smartest one in your group. So we do have it posted that that we will have a $21 webinar that's coming up on this Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be at 9 o'clock, and it's working with the government.
Tell
So
them if you would tell them quickly why they would praise you for this opportunity on Tuesday.
Basically, my it would be it's a no brainer. $21. If you go to Starbucks and you get coffee for you and one of your coworkers, you've already spent about $12 to $13 for coffee. And if you did that for 2 days, you basically spent $26. This is only $21. So basically, I will be giving you a wealth of knowledge. So number one, you're going to be investing a small amount, something that I'm assuming that most nurses, and then we even have some CNAs or LPNs that make more than $21 an hour. So you're a fraction of what you get paid per hour. This is what it's going to cost you. But you're going to learn some things about the government that you didn't know. If you learn just one thing that you didn't know about working with the government, then it's going to be worth your investment. Another thing is that you'll find out more if working with us, or we'll probably have it like we did the last time, where we did like a little question and answer session. So I'll probably go over some things for about 20 minutes. So basically, the cost of this to attend this, you may get a burning question that you have, and I may not, depend on how many people will come on, may not be able to answer every question, but we would put it back where I would get to answer the questions later on. I may have to do a live, but you can get a question answered that as a consultant, I would definitely charge you way more than $21. So this is done so as a group, so that people can learn new knowledge. A lot of people always say, "Dog, Tamara, you're always in school or doing things." And so my mother told me at a very young age, like I didn't want to go outside. I was the kid that wanted to stay inside and read a book. Like I was content with reading. So I've always loved reading, and so one of the things that a lot of people don't know is I I was born and raised in North Carolina, and my parents, my father was a barber, and he had his own business. He was the first black barber in our little small town of Benson, North Carolina. But when we stayed in the town over, which was called Dunn, North Carolina, um, I I've never really told a lot of people, but I failed kindergarten. I failed kindergarten. Like
Wow.
who does that? And my mother told me it was racism. And my mother didn't have the knowledge, or she just kind of went along with it. And so as I found out as I was a little older that racism it exists, and I promised myself that I would never ever stop learning, and
Wow. Wow.
that knowledge is power, right? You know, because once I get it, you can't take it back. And so I've always been, once I learned that information, that has always been my drive, my motivation. I've always, I was been in the honor society, very successful, um, graduating with 4.0s, but to know that racism would keep a person in kindergarten from passing, um, that is my motivation right there. And so because of that, it has motivated me to instill in my daughter that, basically I'm passing on this legacy to her so that she can take over. So my goal would be to hopefully, well, it would be to retire in 4 years and just kind of work remotely to help her take over the legacy that I have left to her, which is my business, all of my businesses, so that she can take over. Yeah, so basically, you have to invest in yourself, and you always, as a black female, as a black minority, or as any minority, we always have to come with more to the table. We have to, you know, our counterparts as other races, they don't have to have it, but as a black female, we always know that we get overlooked, or we have to come with more and still may not get it. So I definitely think that this is something that is cheap, so or affordable, you know, that you can get more information, because knowledge is power. So
Great.
also, another thing is that I'm doing, that I had two things that I'm doing. So another group that I'm joining, I do have Miss Christmas. I see her here in North Carolina. She's getting ready to open up her own non-medical home care agency. Hopefully by the end of the year. I just got my policies updated and approved about 2 weeks ago. So I have 6 people that are working with me to get their non-medical home care agency licensed here in North Carolina. So definitely just giving back and helping people, um, because I could definitely be on a Tuesday night. I have a big, I've been blessed with my dream home, as Chanelle can show. She did a walkthrough and showed you guys. Um, I could be just chilling with my husband and my little dog down here, Snowball, and be content. But, I'm giving back, investing in other people, because when you win, I win. So, it's just knowledge is power. So I just want to make sure that, that we all are sitting at the table so that we can secure our bags, so that we can make the money, so that we can change generations. I want my money to outlast me and my daughter. I want it to be there for her children. So
Absolutely.
this is, it's all about mindset. Um, and Tasha's going to be doing a workshop on that as well. So I'm definitely excited. I'm getting hyped. I hope you guys are excited as well. You know, I'm excited. So, Chanelle, do you want to take it from here, or if you got any other questions? Again, we'll be doing the workshop is $21. It's going to be this Tuesday at 9 o'clock. So Chanel will have all of that listed. Also, you can, if you want to get my book, it's inspirational. There's 10 other authors in there as well. And you can do Cash App. You can do HC, the number 4C. Um, and it's $23, and that includes your shipping. And so I'm gonna, if you can put it in there, and I'll put it down there as well.
We'll put it down. We'll put it down.
Okay, H for Cash App, if you can just send it that way. And put your address so that I can mail it to you, and I'll also personalize a message to you. So I'm definitely excited about Tuesday and going over some things that you can do to work with the government. And I'm excited. Chanelle?
That's it.
That's it.
We
We
gave
gave
you
you
the
the
opportunity.
opportunity.
Time for you to take
Time for
action.
you to take action.
We will see you
We will
Tuesday
see you
night.
Tuesday night.
Those of you who
Those
know
of you who
are
know you are
destined for the bag,
the bags,
get on the list.
get on the
Box
list.
me.
Box me. I will start
on
on
Monday
Monday
doing
doing interviews
and
and
review
applications.
applications. So
So
thank you
so
so
much.
much. I want to just give
I
a
want to
shout out
just give
to
a shout out to
Pray
Pastor
and
Pray and Donna Risey.
We are coming
to
to serve you
serve you in
We're so
2020. We're so excited.
Make sure you
Make
share
sure
this
you
with
share
someone
this
else
with someone else wherever you find it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
More Radiance.
More
Thank
Radiance.
you. Bye.